Nothing like a nylon string carbon fiber guitar to remind me of my hard childhood.
Hi, Andy.
I'm here with Sean Daniel at NAMM. This is cool. Mate, how you doing? Give me a high five.
Doing great. NAMM 2020.
2020, yeah. The future.
Really is. I feel the future. To me, this is the first NAMM. Old NAMM. This isn't your daddy's NAMM.
The first of the new NAMM.
No, this is the new wave.
I want to start with you.
Okay. Got some
Sean
questions.
Daniel.
I'm on the hot seat.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question. Sean Daniel, what was the first guitar you ever played?
That I ever played in general?
Ever played?
It was an acoustic guitar. All right, let me flex a little bit here, right? All right, when I was in 11th grade. When I was in 11th grade, I was so good at math, Andy. I was so good at math. They had to put me in a special class with the 4 12th graders that were good at math. So I was like feeling myself, right? And we were so smart at math, we didn't even have a teacher. So one guy just brought his acoustic guitar in, I think it was like an Alvarez. And I was busy solving complex equations, and I was like, I can't be bothered with this. And then he was like, actually, why don't you try this guitar out? And I was like, guitar?
Was that also when you discovered the blues through your hardship of being so good at math?
Well, I was born with the blues, Andy. I didn't discover the blues. I was born with the blues. I was born under a bad sign. And then, I played this dude's guitar, and I was like, it's pretty dope. And then...
Do you remember what it was?
It was just like an acoustic dreadnought.
Right, yeah.
Definitely wasn't...
Action like this?
No, it was good. It was like...
Oh,
he
really?
was like the 12th grader that would like wear a cowboy hat to school sometimes, That looked like he was like 30 years old, had an apartment, and he's like 12th grade. But, he had like the action set up pretty nice. And that was it. I was hooked.
Did he get you started learning guitar as well?
Not really.
Do you remember his name?
Jason. His name was Jason.
Jason, if you're out there, if you're watching, get in touch.
Cowboy Jason.
Comment below.
He didn't really help me, though. I think he was a little intimidated by how good I was at math. Funny story about that. So I'm in 12th grade. Fast forward, right? Where do you put the 12th grader? Because there's no one in my class at this point, right? So I get to sit in the library all year with a buddy of mine whose name was the Ocho. And me and Ocho would just sit in these like big chairs in the library, just sitting there being good at math.
Wow. What was the first gig you ever played?
The first gig?
Yeah.
So I got into gigging late. And the funny thing is...
Oh, yeah. In my 50s.
The first gig I had was actually with the man in the crowd right here. His name's Cody Mansfield
now
Cook.
we're talking. Come on in. Come on in. We need to see you. Come on.
We played a fireman's birthday party at a pizza place that had a mini golf course in the back. And it's like, we weren't sure why we were there. I think the guy just knew me, and he was like, I'll give you $50 to play this. So, like, it's a super, like, nothing but, like, 60-year-old retired fireman. And, like, we're up there playing, like, 2 guitar Radiohead covers.
Just exactly.
And they kept asking for requests.
Yeah, just that crowd.
And I'll never forget, because I, like, early on, I play these long shows, right? The banter is important. Just like right now, because I'm not comfortable just destroying this guitar anymore, so I'm trying to talk as much as possible so I don't have to play anymore. So the banter is always very important. So between one of the banters...
When will that start?
We were about to play Airbag by Radiohead, right? And before I was like, this next one, it's by a band called Radiohead. It's called Airbag. It's about surviving a car crash and feeling the guilt afterwards. Right? And then we play that. And then after that, we didn't really have a lot of songs. So the next was like, this next one is called Lucky by Radiohead. And this one's about surviving a plane crash and feeling survivor's guilt. And it was like a total downer for a fireman's birthday party.
Were they just requesting Sweet Home Alabama again?
Yeah, they wanted to hear that. But the great thing was, this dude's like nasty at bass. So no one was really paying attention to us. But he was going, oh, wait, what was it? What? We were playing Freebird, right? It was like Freebird with a slap, like a 4-minute slap bass solo. So
that's just all good.
So he's playing a slap bass solo. No one's listening except for one like 12-year-old kid who's like enamored. He's like, "Oh my God, who are you? What are you doing here?" Yeah, He's like slapping with one hand, just eating. And that was my very first gig, Andy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
My first gig was just in someone's back garden with 4 15-year-olds to a bunch of like 50 adults, and we played Status Quo pretty much because the lead singer was a Status Quo obsessive.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you even know Status Quo? They're a real British band. They don't.
Oh, it's a
make
band, Status Quo?
There we go.
I thought you just meant like
that's
the
why those
usual
videos
stuff.
didn't do well. No one knows them over here. So yeah, they opened Live Aid because they're like a cartoon rock band. They're like, I think
really?
Spinal Tap was based on them. You know, and other bands as well. But yeah, those.
Status Quo is a good name for that.
Basically, yeah, same old rock and roll.
What was your first guitar?
My first guitar that I owned was a Crafter. It was thinner, so it was easier for me to play. Even though I was quite a long, gangly child, it's still hard to get these things here and see the, fretboards.
Right on.
Which actually, I was just commenting to Joey over here that these guitars are really ergonomic. Like they're the only ones I've seen with what they call the wedge, which means you get a real tone out of them, but also they're really slim and ergonomic for the body.
The best. These are questions the public is thirsting to have answered. All right, what is the best casual flex you've ever had, mentioning that you have over 1 million followers?
Oh, every one of them.
no, like something maybe to get what you want. Because I've got a lot of these.
Oh, really?
And I'm nowhere near 1 million followers.
This is clearly a story point. Go ahead.
No, you don't want to start?
I have none for that.
Yeah,
no.
see, you don't flex. You're like a humble guy.
Well, we don't really have the flex in the UK.
Really? Oh, I find that hard to believe. Yeah, I guess not. Right?
Yeah, the brag, yeah. What do I?
Right.
No.
Now you're too humble.
Well, go on. There's a story here. I want to hear it. Come on.
Oh, there's many stories about me flexing about having a fraction of your subscribers. All right, so the most recent.
I was just thinking this is turning into stand-up, but I thought you were actually going to stand-up comedy.
No, this is all right. So the most recent one, I go to this coffee shop, right?
Okay.
It's my normal coffee shop. There's kind of like a nemesis of mine that goes there too, right? It's always good to have a nemesis. Yeah, I know, right? So we both know the owner, and sometimes we kind of compete over the owner's attention for like free coffee and free stuff. And I go in, and he's wearing like a shirt of the company, right? And he's like, oh, hey, check it out. I just bought this shirt. Every time I wear it, I get 10% off of my coffee. And he's like, he gets a calculator. He's like, I wear it 30 times. It's a free shirt. It's paid for itself, right? And I'm like, oh, cool, man, whatever. And I was like, hey, I'm actually doing a YouTube video later. Maybe I could wear the shirt. And she's like, oh, great. And she just like hands me a bunch of shirts. And I'm like, see you later.
Yeah, that doesn't fly in West Yorkshire.
Yeah. Really?
No, really.
No kidding? Oh, man. No, I think you just need some lessons.
Okay.
Yeah. You should be
Show
getting
me
way
how
more
it's
free
done
stuff.
now.
You have 1.2 million followers.
It's true.
Do you say 1.2 million or 1,200,000?
I just say over 1 million.
Yeah. Million-ish.
Yeah.
That's actually a good one. Million-ish.
It's hard to keep up, Sean. It's hard to keep.
I can't imagine.
Going up.
Yeah, see,
I'm
you
learning.
got it.
I'm
You're
learning.
doing great. All right, what do I got here? What's the most underrated video you've ever made? One that you're proud of that didn't get enough love.
I made a video of how to. We haven't got any electric guitars here, but I can make a R2D2 noise.
What's that, R2? The hyperdrives are deactivated.
Oh, yeah?
Out of an electric guitar. Try this with your electric guitar at home. Just get a pen with electric guitar with overdrive on it and tap the pen over the pickups but on the strings. It just sounds exactly like R2D2. It sounds so much like it's ridiculous I can't demo it here, but I can't believe that video didn't do better.
It's weird, right?
What about yours?
I did a video that was savage musical roasts in haiku form with my man Justin Mitchell.
Okay.
And it was, I don't know why it didn't do better. I mean, it did okay.
It was good.
Savage musical
We're just going to
roasts.
link to those videos.
Yeah,
right now,
totally. Yeah.
And I'm going to watch that.
Because they're savage. They're truly savage. And it's not that we made them up. We just it was the will of the people, you know. All right, I got another one. So, a lot of people want to know more about Andy Guitar.
Some say.
I want to know how well Andy knows Andy Guitar.
Okay. That's good. I like
So you've got a video with about 1 million views called 5 Easy Electric Guitar Riffs for Beginners. Can you name all 5?
All right. One of them is New York City Cops. I forget the order. Oh, is this on one string? I've got 2 videos of that.
No.
Just easy guitar riffs. Okay,
Yeah.
so Highway to Hell?
Yes, check. So far, you're doing it in order, too.
Riffs. Oh.
How's that hot seat feel, Andy? Temperature's
I
rising.
haven't checked that video in a while.
Nah, yeah, see? This is the kind of research I do, Joey.
What would I say they are?
That's, yeah,
Is the 2 AC/DC ones in there?
No.
Oh, golly. I can't even think of the other. I've literally gone blank.
There's a Zeppelin one.
So, Whole Lotta Love?
Got it. Check. There's a...
So it's just classic, really. It's not easy. Because that's quite hard.
I mean, doing Whole Lotta Love correctly is kind of not easy, but there you go, yeah. All right.
James Bond theme?
No.
I don't know.
Seven Nation Army.
Of course, okay.
Smoke on the Water.
Smoke on the Water, should have thought that.
And You Really Got Me by the Kinks.
I thought it might be You Really Got Me, but again, it's not easy. I hate to diss my own videos, but I think I taught a one string version and then showed.
Okay.
And there's a sneaky trick you can do with You Really Got Me where you only slide on the first one. And I believe that's how it's played on the record. There we go.
This guy right here.
I'll learn something today.
What other questions do you have?
Have you taught guitar, like, privately?
Yeah,
What was your first student you had?
My first student I was actually working at Guitar Center.
Oh, wow, I didn't know you were there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And
Facts, people.
I was working in pro audio. And the worst thing about working in pro audio is like you sell like the little interfaces to like families for like Christmas.
Yeah.
And then none of them know how to like set it up with Pro Tools or whatever.
Okay.
Like nobody can figure it out. It's hard. So they asked if I would come to their house and help them set it up for their daughter. And then I was just kind of helping her out with guitar. And then she's like, "Hey, could you like teach me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And that was it.
Good. That's wonderful.
I know.
That's how it
Such
starts
a
for
beautiful,
everyone, I think.
innocent
I have
story,
some
I
more
know.
questions as well.
Oh, we got a lot of them.
From the public. Questions from the public. Questions from the public.